Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Crypto Space. So in today's video we are going to cover Pepe, its recent price action, and also we are going to look at a couple of interesting Bitcoin charts, and of course on the top of that we are going to cover altcoin charts too. So if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and a quick disclaimer that this video is not financial advice. And now let's hop into Pepe itself. So Pepe is currently trading at 0.05844727 and is currently experiencing a little leg down of 3.2% on a daily. Market cap is currently sitting at 3.5 billion USD and 24-hour trading volume is currently sitting at 926.8 million USD. So on a daily, Pepe might not look so great. However, I still do believe that Pepe is going to see that breakout towards the upside. But before we are going to look at the chart, let's first of all have a look at bubbles. So as we can see, daily winner is Render up 8.4%, Doge up 6.5%, and Arkham, I believe, Akash network is currently sitting at 9.1% of gains on a daily. So first things first, let's first of all check the accumulation for Pepe. So last time I've updated video on Pepe, that was on Friday. So we're sitting at 214,027 holders, and as of today we are sitting at 215,083, which gives us a difference of 1,056 new holders in the recent 3 days, let's say, actually 2 days. So that is good. If it comes to accumulation, that is growing. People are accumulating Pepe, and that is something that we constantly have to check. So coming back now to the chart, that is a 4-hourly chart, and as I was mentioning in the last update, Pepe was actually, breaking above that resistance and overall model of a bull flag, which we are anticipating. Well, actually I am anticipating, and I have entered over here in that area. So I do have basically 2 targets for a Pepe in coming, let's say, days and potentially even weeks. I do believe that Pepe can easily do the first target of, let's say, around 134%, and the second target, more bullish target, would be 400%. So that is a quick 4x. And one thing that I would like to point out is that I'm not trading that with leverage. It's just a quick DCA in and quick DCA out, so I don't risk pretty much being liquidated. And now let's have a look at the daily. So what is brewing on a daily time frame? What I like to see is the fact that we pretty much broke the downtrend, and that could potentially indicate that Pepe is ready for the next green RSI pump. And also on the top of that, over here we have experienced a bullish cross on a daily for MACD. So of course these 2 indicators are not going to 100% determine the price action for any crypto, in fact. However, that basically helps us to determine what is going on. However, given the fact of what is going on with accumulation for Pepe, I do believe that anything between 2 and 4x is quite reasonable target for Pepe in coming days and, let's say, a couple of weeks. But besides Pepe, let's cover a little bit of data of what is going on. So actually a good news, because that is the first day ever where Grayscale actually didn't dump any Bitcoin, but on the top of that they have purchased 63 million worth of Bitcoin, and that data is from the May 3rd. At the moment we don't have data from yesterday. However, that is basically a good sign, and potentially that could be reversal. So in total we had 378.3 million of inflows if it comes to BTC. And now shout out to El Crypto Prof. History doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes. BTC has touched a trend line that has played an important role since the beginning of 2023. The thing will be sent higher. It's only a matter of time. So first things first, BTC saw much less downside in comparison to this cycle. However, I do believe that bigger the pullback, bigger the future pump. And also on the top of that, it's not that big of a dump, to being honest. And now altcoins. I'm reading left and right that people have already given up hope of an alt season. It was the same in previous cycle. Meanwhile, BTC dominance has been in bearish triangle for 7 years. Last month's candle closed as a shooting star. So guys, let's have a look at the shooting star. So as we can see here, shooting star usually indicates a potential downtrend. So we are going to see in coming days and weeks how this candle is pretty much behaving. However, one thing to remember is that this is on a monthly time frame. And now, shout out to trader Turing Great. Bitcoin lows at halving candle creates a new bottom. On every cycle after halving, BTC never drops below the low of the monthly candle, and this maintains further ever. Fourth halving, monthly candle low 56,000 USD. This means never have BTC drops below 56k again, up only from now on. And yes, now we are pretty much, anticipating that next leg up on BTC. I'm not saying that we are going to trade sideways potentially. However, it's definitely more likely that we are going to see the next leg up rather than pullback, because we have already experienced the pullback. And now, looking from the perspective of where we are in terms of this cycle for altcoins, we can clearly see that we are pretty much experiencing a second pullback in this current cycle. So once we are going to get out of that sideways boredom, we can expect potential parabola for altcoins. So this is exactly what played out in the last cycle. As we can see, we've got Wyckoff accumulation / bear cycle, however you want to call it. Then we had the first pullback, and after that we had, second pullback, which wasn't as big as this current one. Nevertheless, after that we saw parabola. So let's examine, properly what is happening now, right? So we had the Wyckoff accumulation, the first pullback, next leg up, and the second pullback, which is more severe, which was actually more severe than the previous one in the previous cycle. Nevertheless, we should see parabola for altcoins in coming, let's say, weeks and months. And now, the longer, the higher. The longer it takes to reach the upper line of the megaphone pattern, the higher BTC price gets, let alone once the breakout of the upper line occurs. So guys, let's have a look at the run in 2014-2016. So as we can see, that megaphone was quite small in comparison to 2020-2021 cycle. And let's have a look at this one, right? So the next pump, I believe, is going to be quite significant. And now finally, altcoins. These altcoins are total crypto market cap excluding top 10, which means it's excluding Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and basically top 10. So let's have a look what is going on. This is where we are at the moment, and obviously we are pulling back outside of that Wyckoff accumulation. However, if you guys can see how price potentially might gonna go on the total market cap excluding top 10, of course, that is pretty much no brainer. That pattern is cap and handle, which most of the times is a bullish sign. And now this chart is total market cap excluding Bitcoin on a monthly chart, which means it's excluding Ethereum. So shout out to Mickey Bull Crypto. Altcoins market cap is currently at the RSI level that initiates an explosive rally. Interestingly, it was at the level in 2016 and 2020, followed by a huge rally. So guys, let's first of all have a look at monthly RSI. As you guys can see, we are pretty much in this, area that isn't overheated on a monthly. So you can just imagine of what is going to come in coming weeks and months for altcoins, especially low caps. The question is, where is this going to take Pepe? Hopefully that is going to be very explosive. Ladies and gents, thank you very much for watching that quick Pepe update. I hope that you have guys enjoyed it, and I wish you have a great day or evening, wherever you are in the world. Peace and love, crypto.